Okay, it's Nick here and it's raining quite heavily, so the normal daily cam walk I think will have to be off. This one's going to have to take part inside. It's not looking very good at all, and I think the camera will probably break if it was in this weather for any length of time. That's a bit different, isn't it? So we'll still keep the same style of me holding the camcorder because that seems to be something we can't get out of. But I'll tell you something I want to speak to you about today. It's about Formula 1, so if you're not into Formula 1 I might lose you at this point. But if you're into health and safety, stay with me. Health and safety, yeah! When it was first announced, Formula 1, to improve the safety, there was this halo device, which essentially was a contraption which fits onto the top of the Formula 1 car up round the cockpit, so it's slightly enclosed. And so if any debris comes on, it deflects off the halo, that's the idea, and save the driver. Now, I thought the device looked pretty ugly at the time. I didn't think it really brought a lot to the party, and quite selfishly as well, I thought Formula 1 games in the future won't look as attractive, because instead of seeing the open road, you'll see a bit of this halo going down. So I wasn't a huge fan of it. I've since changed my mind, of course. I don't know if you saw the latest Formula 1 race in Belgium, but what essentially happened is, from the start, it's quite a short run into a bend called La Source, which is really tight hairpin bend, and they all went into the normal way. Alonso in the McLaren took a bit of a wide angle, but behind him, Nico Hulkenberg in the Renault had some kind of brake lock or brake failure, and he couldn't slow down quick enough. He knocked Alonso like airborne, whole side of the car ripped off, quite spectacular, and he crashed down onto another driver's car called Charles Leclerc, who's actually in the Sauber. It did look quite sensational, but you get to the point now of safety in Formula 1, you don't think anything is going to happen. And it's only when you saw the markings on the halo afterwards you thought, oh my god, this is suddenly a really good thing. You can see from the markings on the halo of Charles Leclerc's car, the Sauber, that it did actually collide into it, and if you see the footage again, Alonso's car did deviate once it hit the halo, so a really robust thing, and I've completely changed my mind now. This halo is a lifesaver. I don't know what would have happened if that wasn't there. You know what the worst case scenario is, so I don't know how close it was to his head, but the markings there, you think it was definitely in the vicinity, so it's potentially saved a young driver's life. After what happened to Jules Bianchi, which is a different thing a few years ago, yeah, you know, so your safety must always come first. The complaint was this halo stops you from seeing the driver working. It's like a slightly enclosed cockpit, which has always been open cockpit racing. So yes, I'm now a huge fan of the halo safety device and anything they bring in. A little sorry for Alonso, because that's probably his last race in Formula 1 at Spa, unless he does a spectacular comeback, taken out so early. But yeah, so long live development and health and safety to come in. What do you think of the halo? Are you still not liking it? Or have you always thought it was a good idea? Or have you like been changed since you saw that accident? Yeah, so the rain's sort of like beaten me today, so I haven't seen any squirrels or ducks or combine harvesters. Hopefully it's a bit better tomorrow, so we go out and stuff, and yeah, how can I cheer myself up a bit? Oh look, a cake! So thank you for joining me on this non-walk. And until next time, I'll see you later on. Stop following me.